Hi, I'm Lauren Leslie. Welcome to Shell Point today for Thursday, August 28th. We'll hear about an upcoming concert. We'll get a golf tip from our Shell Point golf pros, and we'll get a preview of an upcoming program about advanced care. We've got some great stuff happening today, so stick with us. First thing, we want to make sure you do not miss tomorrow's seminar sponsored by the Legacy Foundation. You may have heard that identity theft is on the rise and fraudsters are getting smarter. In this presentation, you'll explore the growing threat of identity theft and also share practical steps to help you stay protected. Don't miss this timely discussion on safeguarding your personal and financial information presented by the professionals from FineMark National Bank and Trust. The seminar begins tomorrow at 1 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands. Well, now let's move to our feature stories of the day. Our Fine and Performing Arts team is excited to welcome the Nashville Brass to the Tribby. The group is known for seamlessly blending the rich tones of brass instruments with the soulful essence of country music. This is going to be a truly enjoyable performance that you do not want to miss. Let's hear more about the concert in our first segment of the day.
Hi Shell Point, I'm Kelly McBain, the Tribby Arts Center manager. I'm here today in the Tribby Atrium to let you know about our next encore season performance. On Thursday evening, September 4th, we have somebody you know and love. It is Herb Bruce, but this time he has an all-new show called Nashville Brass. And it's a country show, so it'll be interesting to have Herb here with a brand new group and a brand new show. And we still have tickets available. So come see us at the box office and join us here on Thursday evening, September 4th.
And now Amy Dudley is here with a preview of her upcoming program about advanced care.
Hi, I'm Amy Dudley, and most of you know me. I'm one of the nurse practitioners at the medical center, and you know I'm going into my 16th year, and I just absolutely love it out here at Shell Point. But I also teach out at the university. I'm a professor in the School of Nursing, and I assist the graduate students in bringing forth translational research. And this year, we are actually reprising a translational research project that we did last year for advanced care planning, where the residents came out and they played an advanced care planning card game, and it was so amazing. And a couple of the residents, when we wrapped it up, were surprised that the room wasn't full of people. So again, we're bringing it back. We're going to bring it back on September 18th. We're going to be in the Grand Cypress Room in the Woodlands, and we're going to kick off around 8:30 in the morning. We'll go several hours, and we're going to play a Hello card game, and this is an advanced care planning card game. And the residents that show up, because this is research, they will be providing us some data so that my student can go through some research, so to speak, the formatting of research. So this is Crosby Linder. This is my student, and I'm so pleased that I get to be her chair of this excellent project. I'm going to just ask her a couple of questions, and then after that, we'll wrap it up and we'll take it from there. So Crosby, your first question is going to be, based on what you found in the literature and earlier rollout of this project last year at Shell Point in August, what have you learned about participants typically respond to a Hello card game?
One of the things that really surprised me in literature and from the project last year was how much fun people had playing this game. It is about advanced care planning. It is about talking about end of life and what you would want your wishes and your life to look like. But participants really said they had so much fun. It made them think about questions that they hadn't thought about before. It made them think about things like, what kind of music would you want to be playing? at the end of your life, and what are some of your favorite foods that you would love to eat at the end of your life. So that was one of the things that we really had a lot of fun with.
And when they were in the groups, they were able to connect. So they shared same relationships, and in other words, with their children, it's common interests is what I meant to say. And that they were able to relate to each other, and then they were able to open up about what they would want their last days to be. Sometimes it might be considered a little of a morbid topic.
But that's not what we found. We found that people really enjoyed having these conversations, asking these questions, learning about what resources are available at Shell Point. We're going to have actually some special guests come in and talk about what resources are available and how Shell Point can help people to complete some of these advanced directives. And people were really appreciative of that.
Yeah, that's great. So just one last quick question. We want to wrap this up. So why do you think this project matters, not just at Shell Point, but for the broader community?
You know, I've been a nurse for a long time, and in the hospital setting mostly. And what I found is that unfortunately people don't think about end of life. They don't think about serious illness conversations sometimes until it's too late, until they are not prepared, not able to make those decisions for themselves. And their families don't know what they want. Doing something like this now, while people are younger, they're healthier, they're able to talk to their friends and their family about all of these things, about their wishes, it ensures that when you do get into a situation where you're having a serious health issue, we are going to do exactly what you want. Nothing more than you wanted, and nothing less than you wanted.
That's very calming.
It is.
To me in my mind. And I've often said, you know, to people, it's one of the greatest gifts that they can give their children, so that if something does happen, their children know exactly what to do, and then their children, in the end, even though it's bittersweet, they know they've done exactly what their parent wanted, which makes it just a little easier. All right, thank you so much, Crosby. We are so excited. So please, Shell Point residents, on September 18th at the Grand Cypress Room, we're going to kick off around 8:30 in the morning. Like I said, we'll go a couple of hours, and we're just going to have a time of where Crosby is going to educate you about advanced care planning, and then the participants will actually play the Hello game that, like I said earlier, is evidence-based. So we look forward to seeing you there. Have a great day wherever you are.
And now here's another tip from the pros over at the Shell Point Golf Course.
Hello and good day to you all. My name is Michael Jones. I'm the first assistant here at Shell Point Golf Club. What I want to talk to you all about today is compressing your irons better, hitting your irons more solid. So a lot of you probably fall into the category of being able to hit your driver okay, and then you struggle once the ball is sitting on the ground. So we're going to address that issue here today with a quick tip. So what I want to talk about, I'm going to take a club and just lay it down on the ground. So this is going to represent the ball position here. So in my setup, what I want to do is take a club and put it right across my shoulders here. So I have majority of the club with the grip end facing down the range. So when we take our setup, when we turn into our backswing, what we want to do is make sure our head is staying in between our feet on the backswing. So when we turn, we want to try and get this grip end just pointed behind the golf ball on the takeaway. Okay, so that is step one. Step two, what I see a lot when people hit well with the driver and struggle hitting irons or fairway woods, anything that the ball is sitting on the ground, is once we get here, the tendency is for the shoulders to immediately start working up and back. You'll see when I do that, my weight goes into my trail side. All my weight's back here. I tend to hit more up on the ball. That can lead to not only hitting ground first, but potentially hitting thin shots or even topping the ball. So what we want to work on today is in your setup position. We're going to turn to the swing here. So instead of our lead shoulder working up and back, we want to feel like everything works down and forward. So this is an exaggeration. So back and then down and forward. So one more time here. And then what you're trying to do is get the grip end of the club pointed about a foot or so in front of the ball at this point. Okay? So when we go to hit one, we'll rehearse that again. So full shoulder turn here, and then down and forward is the exaggerated feel. So we'll go ahead and hit one. Hopefully that'll help you compress your irons a little better.
My husband and I have a boat in the marina, and Jason put out a notice a few months ago asking if anybody wanted to be a part of this vertical oyster garden project here. So we decided, yeah, we'd rather see the oysters growing here than on our boat. So we came over, and it's really fascinating to find out one oyster can clean 50 gallons of water in one day. That just was amazing. So we were hooked. We wanted to be a part of this project after hearing that. So we all met over at the Woodlands in Center Court, and we were given the materials and taught how to assemble these oysters onto these cables. And then they brought us all over here, and we each were assigned a spot where Jason's already put a hook and hung our towers, and we've just been monitoring them every so often ever since. My garden's doing well. My husband and I were here a little over a month ago, and all we saw was sludge on it. But today there were barnacles, there were little teeny tiny crabs, there were squirters, which is apparently the little oysters getting started. So we're really excited. Our garden's growing.
Hi, I'm Vicki Greenlee, Parkwood, and 3 months ago we developed what's known as Vertical Oyster Garden. Did it as a project here at Shell Point, and we had 24 people who signed up to do it. And after we made them down at the Center Court, we came up here and hooked them to this dock, and today we're checking them for the first time. Dan Carney here is from the Calusa Waterkeepers. He's the zone captain for this tidal zone area that we're in, and he can talk a little bit about what we saw. Quite a list.
Yeah, what was amazing is, we call these vertical oyster gardens, but I think we could rename them vertical life gardens. The amount of life that's in there, not just oysters, there's barnacles, crabs, worms, little goby fish, you name it, they're attracted to that structure. So when you have healthy water, the amount of growth was really quick. In 3 months, we had, a quarter to some, I think, were as big as silver dollars. And you can tell they're oysters because when you pull them out of the water, you get squirted on. So very successful endeavor here, and I want to thank Vicki very much for initiating this with the Calusa Waterkeepers and the partnership with Shell Point. Thank you very much.
And just as an aside, after last time when you highlighted us on Shell Point TV, I had 3 or 4 more calls saying, when are we going to do it again? So maybe again is in the future. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Art Chat. I'm Marge Lee, and today we are in the Faces in the Sand exhibition in Trivy Art Center. Now today we have a very special guest with us. Anna Chan, who is one of the artists featured in this exhibition, is here to talk about her artwork. Anna, welcome to Art Chat.
Thank you.
Now tell us where you're from.
From New York. Bayshore, actually,
Okay.
and so happy to be here.
Well,
This
we're
is
happy.
exciting.
We're so happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, your art is a little different. You create with shells.
Yes.
Tell people how you got into that.
Well, it's actually, we have to go back like about 4 or 5 years now. During COVID, I was actually a jewelry designer for over 20 years, but because I couldn't go to the city to work, so I took my daughter to Robert Moses Beach. And when we got there, I just saw that there were a lot of beautiful clamshells. So we started creating a sea turtle, this sculpture, and then I looked around, all the beautiful clamshells, I had to gather a whole bunch and we laid it on the turtle's back. And once we were done, I took a picture, posted on Instagram, Facebook, and then the response was so good that we just kept going back all summer long.
Yeah, voila.
Yeah,
So you really, truly did start with faces in the sand on the beach.
Yes, and it was quite a challenge because we were always facing the tide.
Yeah.
And we weren't aware that, you know, the tide came in and out, and we never timed it well. So I was always running out of time. So by the time I was done, after the long full day, the water would just come right up before I take the picture. Take the picture and then the water would come right up and wash it away. So,
And there goes the artwork.
Yes, there you go. Yep.
Well, you have grown quite a bit in your art since that time.
Yes.
And we're standing in front of one of the centerpieces of the exhibition. Tell us about this piece.
Well, I wanted to create something with natural wood because as we, further when you see the exhibit, most of them are wood board that, I just get at a lumber yard. But I thought that the natural wood would give it even more of a presence and natural presence. So that's kind of how the alligator came about. And I kind of knew about this show.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do I think of when I think of Florida?
Yeah.
Crocodiles and alligators, right? So yeah, I thought that would be great. And it was really fun to incorporate some of the natural elements here besides the shells, because those are actually made out of seed pod that I found in my neighbor's yard.
Oh my gosh.
And I always collect all different things, not just shells, and it came in handy.
Yeah.
I was like, I need some grass-like elements. So yeah, I just cut it up and made them look like grass.
And you said it was sort of a meditative process.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All of it. I mean, making the shell, making the sculpture is fun, but it's still more like creating a puzzle.
Yeah.
Whereas when I'm making this grass, I don't have to fit everything together. I just have to kind of plop it in, and it was just so soothing after that long, arduous process of creating crocodile.
I think one of the fascinating things about your work is how you use shells to achieve a dimensionality. It's pretty amazing. And this guy looks like a real crocodile swimming in the water.
Right. He couldn't really swim away right now.
I hope not. It took some effort to get in here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to catch him back.
Well, let's move over now and talk about another creature in the exhibition, and that's the octopus.
Right.
Okay, follow me.
All right, let's go.
All righty, so here we are at the octopus. And tell me about this guy.
Well, the octopus really came about because one of my favorite to collect are these barnacles, as you can see here, that are part
right
of the
here. Okay.
suckers. Yeah,
Okay.
the suctions. And for the longest time, I was like, wow, I have all these beautiful barnacles. Like, what can I make out of them? And that's sort of how a lot of my pieces come about. It's like, I go to, I'm always collecting. Like, the beach now is not leisure.
Yeah.
It's work.
It's work.
So I'm always like, looking down. That's all I do. I look down, except for when it's sunset, then I look up. But I'm always collecting. And I've been collecting these barnacles for years. When I finally came up with the idea to make the octopus, I was like, oh yeah. So all of this was really just to showcase that little part, those little parts there.
It's fascinating. So everyone, when you come into the exhibition, stand right about where Anna is and you'll see our guy's face. Here's his face and his eye. I learned quite a bit about octopus when doing the research for the signage in this exhibition. They have blue blood. Did you know they have blue blood?
No, I did not know that.
So when you come in to see the exhibition, make sure you read some of the signage because it will tell you interesting facts about the creatures that are being depicted. And there's another very interesting creature here called a pangolin, which I had never even heard of before this exhibition. So let's go talk about the pangolin. All right, here is Mr. Pangolin. Now, a lot of people are not going to be familiar with a pangolin,
No.
so tell us about it.
But people in Florida here would be very familiar with the pen shell because
Yes.
most of these pen shells were collected actually probably in Tiger Tail, Marcos Island.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so again, I had all these beautiful pen shells and I was like, wow, what would be the perfect thing?
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, I think it was after I created the tiger, which is also an
Yeah.
endangered species.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to focus more on endangered species and really bring, a conversation with my pieces
Yeah.
so that people
Yeah.
are aware of conservation and also, the destruction of their habitat and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. So when I looked up what was the most endangered species, and it's the pangolin.
Yeah.
So, it was just appropriate that these pen shells look like, the title of this piece is actually called Precious.
Mm-hmm.
So these pen shells kind of worked with the whole story behind why they're endangered because their scales are so valuable.
Yeah.
So that's also why the piece is called Precious. And I figure since the pen shell has that metallic quality, it kind of gives off this precious metal
Yeah.
feeling, right?
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
it's just all tied in together. And the pattern of the net around is sort of how they catch them. They throw this net around them. And their natural defense is to roll it into a ball. So that's
Yeah.
why it's depicted
Yeah.
in this round kind
In
of
this
way, this
round
swirl.
way.
Yeah.
So everyone, when you're looking at this work, stand about where I'm standing, look down at it, and then you can see the little face. And then this is the animal and his little tail winding around. It's really beautiful
Thank
work.
you. Yeah. I mean, most importantly, I hope people kind of look it up and understand that what we're losing
Yes.
as we, keep developing and destroying and deforesting.
Yes.
And, these creatures that are out there, they really need to be preserved because otherwise our grandkids aren't going to see anything, right?
We lose them.
Yeah.
And this is the most endangered mammal in the world. And there is, in fact, a Netflix documentary
Yeah,
about
fabulous.
the pangolin
Yeah.
that's really quite interesting. So thank you for
Thank
bringing
you.
the pangolin to Shell
Yeah.
Point and for telling that story. There are many other stories here in Faces in the Sand. So please do come on in, take a look, see this wonderful work. The exhibition is here through October 18th. So you've got plenty of time, but don't miss coming in. I'm Marge Lee with Anna Chain. We'll see you here again at Trivia Art Center.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Anna Smith, Managing Executive of FineMark Bank on the island. In today's FineMark Minute, we are back on the topic of fraud. Did you know that text might be a trap? Message scam losses are on the rise. More and more Americans are falling victim to text message fraud. It is estimated that in 2024 alone, consumers lost $470 million to these scams. Criminals know that our guard is down when it comes to text, even when the senders are unknown. We are more trusting with text messages as we get them from friends and family. We are also polite people, so we respond quickly. AARP states that criminals know that consumers open 98% of text messages and respond to 45% of those messages. Compare that to 20% of emails with a response of only 6%. These individuals are pros. The losses go way beyond money. Criminals are also stealing personal information, including passwords and credit card numbers, bank accounts, Medicare, and Social Security numbers. Text scammers also impersonate banks, credit card companies, computer tech support services, Social Security, the IRS, and Medicare. So what do? Filter unknown numbers. Set your phone to filter texts from numbers not in your contact list. Block any suspicious ones. Read carefully and slowly. If it is urgent, it is likely a scam. Don't respond. Legitimate senders will find a way to reach you. Verify numbers. If you're asked to call a bank or other company, call the number you know. By calling the one in the scam text, you could be dialing straight into the scammers. Beware of red flags. Do they want you to call a number or click on a link? Do they want you to send money? Is the word crypto mentioned? These are all huge signs of a scam. As always, if you have any questions regarding this, please give us a call at 239-461-5999 or stop by to see us at our office on the island. We are always happy to help.
Don't forget, you can always catch the birthdays, anniversaries, memorials, and other announcements on Channel 12, where you also will find hours of additional Shell Point programming every day. Today we have a fitness session at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m., a medical breakthroughs program at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 8 p.m., a presentation titled Gardens of Monet at 11 a.m., a class titled John Philip Holland, Submarine Inventor at 3 p.m., and part 4 of a program titled The Story of India airs at 7 p.m. All of this, of course, you can catch on Channel 12. Thank you everyone for watching. Come on back tomorrow for more news and fun here on Shell Point Today. Until then, we hope you stay well, stay happy, and enjoy your day.